guys, welcome to the first of my versus series where I will be putting Smaug from The Hobbit versus Alduin from Skyrim. So first, before I get started, I'm going to do a introduction to both of them. So Smaug appeared first in the Third Age, where he attacked and destroyed Dale and took over the Lonely Mountain. He was awoken later by Thorin's company, where he destroyed Lake Town, but was also killed in the process by a black arrow. Now on to Alduin. Alduin the World Eater was first and most powerful dragon created by Akatosh. Alduin ruled over all men and Mer along with the other dragons for ages, but when Pathrites taught his brother humanity how to use the dragon's voice, which basically gave them the dragon's power, they were able to overthrow most of the dragon rulers, except Alduin, who was undefeated still even after using Dragon Rend. Alduin, therefore for a last resort they used a Elder Scroll and sent Alduin forward in time to the Fourth Age, where he returned and was killed by the Dragonborn, as the prophecy said. So yeah, let's go on to the actual battle now. So firstly, the strengths and weaknesses of Alduin. Alduin is basically a god, which means he is extremely intelligent, being able to speak and pretty much know many languages. He has many powers which he uses by using his voice or thumb. He can say words to create particular powers, so he can have fire breath, frost breath, unrelenting force, dragon fireball, and even summon a meteor storm, so he's pretty powerful. The only disadvantage he might have is he actually appears, especially in the game, smaller than Smaug by quite a lot, and can even be damaged by regular weapons. However, he can take a lot of damage even from the Dragonborn, who can pretty much master every single shout, and it's unknown if these are the only known shouts he has used. He probably has way more power that he can use. So yeah, this guy, so he's pretty powerful. He's like described as a god basically. But let's get on to Smaug now. So Smaug is an extremely intelligent dragon. He was even able to, and he has know what Bilbo was saying. Basically, he was able to figure out that Bilbo was a member of Thorin's company, which is quite impressive. And so yeah, he's very intelligent. He is even able to have heightened senses, which means he can sense like the smallest thing. So it'd be quite difficult to sneak up on him. For example, he was able to sense Bilbo just when he was walking in the gold, which is quite impressive. Obviously he has fire breath, which he uses on quite a lot of occasions, as you see in the movies and everything, against buildings and people. His scales are pretty much impervious to all weapons. But his underbelly is the only weak thing. As you can see, he even has a weak spot on his underbelly, which is what caused him to die eventually, because he was shot with a black arrow in the underbelly. That could possibly be an advantage to Smaug if he's able to. Alduin, if he's able to aim right in his weak spot with a shout, he could damage him. So that's one thing we could say. One thing that gives Smaug a definite advantage is his size over Alduin, and I'll show you an image of his size. As you can see, this is him compared to a Boeing 747. So in the book he was described to be about 25 meters long. but in the movie they increased that right up to about 50 meters. So this would give him, as you can, he's a lot larger than Alduin. So even though Alduin is basically a god, he has a definite size advantage, which definitely mean he would win, but that's definitely a thing to consider. Okay, so now I have to come to the decision to decide who will win. I find this one really hard because both of them have definite advantages and disadvantages. So I find it really hard to say like one could win over the others for certain. But I think I have come to a decision who I think um, would win most of the time, and that one is, the winner is Smaug. I show you why I chose. I tell you why I chose this one. Basically, he has the main advantage is his size and his intelligence. His intelligence gives him a great advantage. He's able to basically anticipate many attacks, and also his armor on his skin is extremely good. It could probably resist a lot of attacks from Alduin. I don't know if Alduin could resist continuous fire breath from Smaug. There is, however, if Alduin could win, there is a way he could win. Basically, he could use his maybe frost breath eventually, if to try and like counteract the fire and possibly like freeze Smaug, and then possibly aim for his weak spot and take him out. That is one way Alduin could win, but I think most of the time Smaug would win this one. But I found this really a hard decision to make, so yeah. So that's the end of the first episode. Next time I'll be doing the Galactic Empire versus the Covenant Empire, so that should be an interesting battle. Put a comment to say who you think would win this battle, because it's definitely not certain who would win it. So yeah, like and subscribe.